Hey guys, how you doing? Ryan Van Poederoyen here from MasterMind Motivation Worldwide. This is our debut live feed. And I'm joined by the amazing Bo Hawkins from 4 Minute Masters. This guy is incredible. I met him 8 months ago. And this is our dream, MasterMind Motivation Worldwide. This is what we've always wanted to do, and it's become reality. How you doing, Bo?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for not just giving the time to the people, but thanks for making this happen, because it's been a dream of mine to do this as well. So in our kind of mastermind power, we get to do this and present our ideas to the world. So thank you as well.
There it is, guys. Bo and I, we aligned 8 months ago, okay? And the reason we aligned is we had the same belief system. And we've achieved some incredible things in our lives. And we continue to achieve these things. And that's how MMW, Mastermind Motivation Worldwide for short, because that's a mouthful, came to be. And this is evolution in the works right now. This is why we're doing this live feed, is we want to share so many different things that have worked for us in our lives with you guys, okay? And this is a presentation. Don't look at this as like a live feed. This is a presentation. Each live feed we do is going to be filled with useful information that you can use every day. So with that being said, we're going to go into the first live feed topic, and that is the big three. And before we get started, I just want to, explain how the big three came to be. My book, my ebook, which is called 9 Steps to Living a Life of Purpose, I talk about the big three. It's actually one of the chapters in it. I have the 9 steps. Quickly, those 9 steps are: believe in yourself, dream big, set goals, visualize, work hard, be grateful, health, never quit, and enjoy the journey. Out of those 9 steps, there's 3 that both Bo and I believe are absolutely crucial before you can apply those other steps, okay? And those 3 are: believe in yourself, work hard, and never quit. Okay, those are what we call the big 3. Now, before we get started here, I just want you guys to think about this very quickly. Try taking away one of those principles from the other. Okay, for example, if you believe in yourself and you work hard, but say you take away never quit, well, that doesn't work whatsoever, because if you're busting your ass and you're believing in yourself and then you just take that one day off, that massive chance in your life could just disappear and never come around again. You can't do that. Okay, so forget about that. Let's take away believe in yourself. You're busting your ass and never quitting. That's impossible. Everything we've succeeded at in life, we believed we could do it. You have to believe. End of story. So that's impossible. The last one, you're believing in yourself and never quitting, and you take away work hard. Well, what's that leave you with? You're believing all day, but you never take action. The number 1 step in my books, and I believe it's the same for Bo, is work hard. You can't take out hard work from the equation. Never. You will never, ever succeed without hard work. But the bottom line is these 3 steps are absolutely essential to living the life of your dreams. So let's get started, okay, guys? That's my explanation of what we're going to talk about today. Bo, believe in yourself. Take it away, brother.
I do. I already believe in myself. No, but this is something that I find amazing, because people set goals and people have big ambitions. They want to change their lives. And in the people that we coach and the people that we interact with, we see that they set these ambitious goals, but they don't believe that they can achieve it. They don't believe in themselves. And we've kind of distilled it down to not feeling worthy, not feeling that you are meant for greatness and that you have this desire, this passion within you to share with the world. I know that if I didn't believe in myself, I couldn't come onto a channel like this. I couldn't team up with Ryan, and we couldn't do this. It takes a lot of belief to do this. And in that belief is strength. Now, a great metaphor I heard recently was the odds of you being born. The odds of you being born are 400 trillion to 1. And then they said there's more chance of you winning the Mega Millions 10 times in a row than being born. And so with those odds, you're already a winner. So you need to start acting like a winner. and start realizing how special you truly are. And I know it might sound a bit hocus pocus, but look, you're alive. Well, like another three that are certain, and it's that you're going to die, taxes, and you're alive. And being alive is a gift, because around the world, there's so many people that don't believe in themselves. And by you believing in yourself, it can give you the edge. There's no point setting a goal. Say you want to be a pro athlete. Say you want to write an award-winning book. Say you want to play in front of 10,000 people on a stage. There's no point setting those goals if you don't believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to feel worthy. Now, it is a process, and you need to start realizing through gratitude exercises and also through just realizing that you're here, that it will build and you'll start feeling that. And for me, I know that getting into motivational coaching and getting into live speaking came very natural to me. And the more I do it, the more I believe I can do it. The more I get a comment, the more I get an email saying, oh my God, you said something and it changed my life. That adds to me. So find for you what makes you believe in yourself, and start realizing that whatever your goal, your ambition, your life is, start believing in it, because you are worth it. And I know Ryan and I talk about this a lot. There have been times when I've doubted myself and times when Ryan himself, yet we use each other to feed off of. So another way to kind of amp believing in yourself is find great people around you to kind of put petrol on that fire, to highlight your strengths. And I know I love when Ryan does his seminars and talks about believing in yourself, because it's quite early on and it's breaking the ice. And there's a reason it's so early, and it's because it's so fundamental. So Ryan, I'd love to hear your take and your expression on believing in yourself.
Well, that was very well said, for one. And here's another thing that I'd like to add, guys, is before I move on and I talk about believing in yourself, Bo is known for his 4-minute masters, and he's interviewing the most successful, inspirational, and motivational people in the world. But he's never been seen in the light, or hasn't been seen enough in the light of motivational speaking. This guy has so many great things to say, and his delivery is incredible. This is why we're doing this. And all I'm going to say is there's a lot of exciting stuff to come, okay? And most of all, this fits in perfectly with this topic. I believe in both. So therefore, to align forces and to make this happen is the reason why we're doing this. So to go on with believing in yourself, here's the thing that I always talk about in my seminars. Remember this phrase: what you think about and what you say truly becomes the world around you. How many times have you been doing something and you're like, it's hard, I can't, or I won't, or all these negative words? Next thing you know, you've defeated yourself before you've even begun. Okay, and I'm going to give you an example of this. Just an example of thinking of something, the worst outcome, and then it happens. I'm a professional drummer. I tour around the world with the Devin Townsend Project. And you know what? I practice my ass off to be the best drummer I can be, the best version of myself. Okay, but it doesn't mean that life's perfect. For example, I was playing our last show that we just did, and it was in Nashville. I did a seminar that day. It was talking about believing in yourself. It was awesome. It was a great day, okay? I get on stage that night. In sound check, I screwed up a fill. I'm like, fuck, that's a fill I've played 1,000,000 times. Blew it. It's like, okay, whatever. Kind of laughed it off. I was playing that night in Nashville, and as I'm playing, that fill's coming up in that song. What did I do? I started thinking about how I fucked it up in sound check, okay? What do you think happened, Bo?
We know.
Exactly. We all know. I went there and I fucked it up in the most beautiful way possible. It was unbelievable, to the point where I was literally laughing, okay, while I was doing it. That's what I was thinking, though. That's what I believed was truly going to happen, because I was thinking about it. I put those thoughts in my head. They became reality. Now, it's not like whatever you think about is going to happen. It's going to come true right away. You can change your thoughts. I could have changed it and forgot about it and envisioned doing that fill perfectly and playing it like I have 1,000,000 other times. And chances are I would have done it and I would have forgot about it. You know what? If I didn't even think about it at all, chances are I would have played that fill great. But this is what I mean by believing in yourself. what you think and what you say truly does become your world. For example, let's do this little exercise. Bo, here's my, I got a million Starbucks cups. This is my thing, okay? I travel around the world. I collect Starbucks mugs of all the cities I go to. What do you think of this mug? The first thing you see, what do you think?
It's a good mug, good size for coffee.
There you go. Okay. For me, I look at this mug and I'm like, this is one of the most beautiful mugs I've ever seen in my life. Now, some of you viewers out there, you may look at it and you might be going, it's a fucking mug, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the difference between all of our worlds. That's what we truly believe. And it's that simple, okay? Never forget that phrase. What you think about and what you say truly becomes the world around you. This is believing in yourself. If you want to achieve anything in your life, you need to believe it, okay? The things that Bo talked about are absolutely crucial. And this phrase that I'm talking about is crucial. Again, this is a live feed. We could go on talking about believing in yourself for an hour, okay? But these two things that we spoke about are absolutely crucial and you need to apply to your life, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about is working hard, which I believe, and I know Bo believes it as well, the #1 principle out of not only the 9 I talk about, just the #1 principle in life if you want to succeed. So take it away, Bo.
Oh, working hard is #1. Like, you will not get a group of the most successful people on the planet who disagree with you. Every single one of them is going to agree with you that working hard, working your ass off, busting your ass, there's so many ways to say it, is the key, because there's always going to be someone who's going to work harder than you if you don't think you can work hard enough. Great Will Smith quote was, if you put me on a treadmill against the other guy, I'm either going to outrun him or I'm going to die. That's the kind of work hard attitude that you need to achieve your dreams. Not only that, though, what I really love about this is you can work hard all day long, and it's kind of running the wrong way for a sunrise. He's never going to see it. You got to work smart. And working smart means gathering the right knowledge, gathering your time, and putting it to practice. I see it a lot in the world. A lot of people work stupid 50, 60-hour weeks to make the exact same amount of money as someone who sits at home doing an internet business, maybe working 5 hours a week. They make the exact same money. Now, is one working harder than the other? Looking at it, yes, you've got someone who is busting and trading the most precious equity we have, time, for money, and someone's at home. Now, this person over here who's working on their online business is working smart. So for you, whatever your goal is, a great example is fitness, working out, getting the right knowledge together, knowing a plan, and working out, working hard, but working smart, sticking to a plan. That's why Ryan and I are huge fans of Beachbody. One of our very good friends, Sagi Kalev, he's changed our lives in more ways than one. It was actually Ryan who turned me on to it because I've always been into health. However, Ryan said, look, man, let's take this to the next level. He gave me Body Beast, which is one of their courses, and it took me from working hard to working smart. All of a sudden, I had discipline. I had kind of a structure, and within weeks, transformed my body instantly. So that's what I mean by working smart. And wherever you are now in your life, you can start looking, okay, could I be working smarter? Because your time on this planet is limited. So you can always start chunking into and combining to work smarter towards your goal. Now, you know your goal. My goal is different to yours. Ryan's goals are different. But we all know, like, Ryan is one of the top drummers in the world. And the reason he's that is he just doesn't sit at a kit for 23 hours a day just playing mindlessly. I know when Ryan teaches a seminar, one of the first things he says about drumming is master the book of stick fundamentals.
Yes, stick control.
Exactly, stick control. That's working smart, because if you can do that, you're building a platform. If you're just going to go to a kit and start playing, like, I know I'm not a drummer, so I can actually look at this as a layman. I know that I would seek out the knowledge of someone as a professional like Ryan to go, okay, what do I need to do to work hard but work smart? And Ryan, you've not gotten to where you've gotten to without working smart and working hard. So I'd love to hear what you got to say about working hard.
Okay, so everything that Bo just about. Here's the thing. You can work hard, you can work smart. But what it comes down to as well, that you need to add to that, because that's the platform that you start with when it comes to working hard, is not to be scared to make mistakes, not to be scared to fail. So many people work hard and they'll get to an end of a road where they think, this is it. this is it. I'm going to get my big dream now. I busted my ass and that chance is around the corner and nothing. Okay. Or it just doesn't end up being what they envisioned. Okay. When you fail, when you make mistakes, they are golden nuggets of life. Okay. That is the time where you need to learn. You have to learn from these mistakes. Working hard, you're going to succeed and you're going to fail. End of story. That's what life is all about. But here's the thing. If this world was perfect and everything we wanted after busting our ass came true, this would be the most boring place to live in the entire universe. End of story. These are gifts, guys. When you fail, when you make mistakes, and you take all these different directions, learn from them. It makes you better. That's how you succeed. That's what makes succeeding fun, is because you can learn from all these things and start applying them in different areas of your life. It's like a chessboard match, really. And in the end, when you're doing all these things and you put them together, all this gained knowledge, you just look back, you're proud. You know what I mean? It's something to be grateful for. You know, I look at mistakes now, and when I make them, the first thing I do is go, okay, let's deduce that mistake. Why did this happen? You never know how things are going to happen. That's not your job to worry about how they're going to happen. You bust your ass, you work smart, it happens. When it happens, whether you succeed or you fail, you can deduce that right down to how it happened. That's how you learn, okay? The other thing that I want to say too, failing, making mistakes, very important. You gotta look at those things as positives. There's always positive and negative. Set goals. Working hard is one thing. If you want to work smart, just to add to what Bo was saying, set goals. If you set goals, it will keep you accountable. It will keep you on track and 100% responsible towards the thing you're working hard for. Okay? If you take all these things that Bo and I said with working hard, again, all three of these topics, we could talk hours per topic on. Honestly, Bo and I have. All right? But if you take these things that we've mentioned, they are essentials to working hard, okay, guys? So never forget these things. And the beauty of this live feed is we post it so you can watch it over and over and take notes, okay? But this leads us into the last thing, okay, the last principle. And like I said, all three of these are huge, and it's never quit. And I'll tell you this right now, Bo, with 4 Minute Masters, I remember when it started out, I think when we did our first interview in Nottingham, you maybe had 50 followers on Facebook or something like that.
Oh,
and what's that?
If that.
Yeah, if that, okay? Here's the thing that I loved about Bo when I first met him is he said, yeah, I maybe have this and maybe I don't have the credentials yet. He says, but I'm never going to stop. He goes, I have a vision, I see it, and I'm never going to stop until I reach it. And it was one of the first things he said that blew me away and made me want to work with this guy. I didn't even know him, and I asked him out for coffee. His never quit attitude was impressive to me, and it's something I talked about in my seminar. Take it away, Bo.
Never quit is, I know, it just sounds too simple to be a principle because you expect to take away from it. But think about it. If you quit, that's the end of the story. It's over. Done. You could do 10 years hard work towards something and you go, oh, I'm going to throw in the towel, and you walk away, and that's it. It's all gone. The difference between a winner and a loser, a champion and a pauper, is the loser's book, their story ends when they quit. The winner, the champion, that's maybe chapter 5, and it keeps going. I know, and it's even go even darker than that. Not quitting for me came from, I tried to quit my own life in a way. I had enough. This was years ago where I just went, you know what? I had too many stresses going on. I had just the weight of the world on my shoulders, just the kind of darkness that people talk about. I was there, and I wanted to quit on my life. And that's a huge thing to say. Now, as I said, if I quit there, that would be the end of the story. You wouldn't be here. 4 Minute Masters would never come. And more importantly, the friendship with Ryan would have never existed. However, I pulled through, and the lesson that I learned from that is, if I'm ever gonna do anything in my life again that's worthwhile, a mission, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna give it everything I have. And that's where my attitude bleeds into it. That's how I can connect with some of the greatest people on the planet, because I will not give up. Now, it doesn't mean that you just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. I do change my approaches to different things, to my goals. Sometimes it's just not working and I will change it, but I will not quit on it. And that is one of the most kind of admirable qualities that I can say about myself. And I'm very proud of that. I'm proud that I won't quit. Like similar to the Will Smith analogy, if you want to outwork me, good luck, because it ain't going to happen. And you can think that, but I'm going to be one thought ahead of you. So whatever your kind of goal is, just don't quit. Yeah, you're going to get times where you want to give up, but that's just nature's filter. That's just God, the universe saying, are you sure you want this? It's a question to you. And you just say, yeah, I do. You take stock of yourself and you keep going. And I know that there have been times where Ryan and I have been working, arranging seminars around the world, and it just was not working out. But Ryan, did we quit?
Never quit.
And it always, the next magical door opened, or whatever you want to call it, and we got even more bounty than we ever praised for. Like through our mission of trying to do what we do, you are going to meet roadblocks, but we're able to put on seminars around the world. We're able to touch people's lives. And yeah, things like not getting a venue on time or canceled flights are not going to stop us. What do you like? You've not gotten this far in your life without acknowledging that you don't quit.
This is it. And here we go, guys. Here's a quote that I love that really sums up never quitting, okay? A winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. End of story. It's the truth, okay? Instead of me talking about never quitting, Bo did such a great job on it. I wanted to do a little bit of storytelling on this first live feed. So I'm going to do a very short version of a story that got me the Devin Townsend project gig, okay? I moved to Vancouver when I was 17. I lived in a small town, Port Alberni, 20,000 people. Not going to be the best place to do, music for a career there. Moved to Vancouver. I started playing in a bunch of different bands. I started teaching, okay? And this was over the course of 7-8 years, all right? And I just wanted to get my name out there and see if one of these bands would take off. You know, a bunch of different doors that I was opening. There were nibbles here and there. You know, some doors were slightly ajar, but none were wide open to what I wanted to do with my life. So I thought, what's another thing I could do? And I thought, session work. Okay, session work will get me in front of producers, engineers, bands, record labels, all these different things that can really help me with my career. So I went to the top 10 studios in all of Vancouver, and I gave them my info. I went in person. I had my speech down. Every single one of those studios turned me down. Every single one of them turned me down. Okay, it was the most deflating thing when I'm trying to make it in the music industry in Vancouver. Now, a lot of people, you know what they would do? They'd go, oh, that's a dead end. I quit. I'm just going to move on to something else. There's no way I was going to quit, because I knew they would take on new guys. Their exact response were, yeah, you and 200 other guys want to do session work for us, but we got our short list. We're good. That short list is not going to be there forever. Okay. I knew there was a way to get in there. So like working hard, you got to think outside of the box. Never quit. That's the other thing. I thought about it, and I'm like, how can I get in that studio? Found a band, friends of mine. They're going in the studio. They needed a drummer, and it happened to be one of the studios I applied at. And I thought, okay, let's do this. They only had a certain budget that they could afford. And I thought, well, if they can't go in now to record drums, which they couldn't because they couldn't afford it, they had to save up for a session drummer. I said, screw it. I went up to the band and I said, I'll do your session for free. They're like, what? I'm like, that's right. I'll do your session for free. And they're like, holy shit, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, I just want to get in that studio. I want to prove to you guys that I can do it and prove it to the studio. I show up to the studio, manager sees me setting up the kit. It's like, oh shit, you play for this band? I'm like, no. I said I'd do the session for free so I could get in here. And he was like, you tricky son of a bitch. I never quit. I never gave up on what my mission was. Long story short, I nailed the tracks. I nailed the session. The studio was blown away. They put me on the short list. That's a version, and that's a story of me succeeding because I never, ever quit, guys. You can't give up on your dream. You're going to run into dead ends. There's no question, like Bo said, but it's how you deal with that. You can learn from the dead end and you can move on. There's going to be doors where you don't know. It could go either way. Don't close that door, but keep on working on other ones. The bottom line is never quit on your purpose in life. Never quit. End of story. Okay? So, guys, those are the big three. And they're huge. And please watch this video over again. It's super important to apply these 3 steps. Believe in yourself, work hard, never quit. They're absolutely crucial to succeeding in life. But before we go, and I think this is going to be a staple for us with our live feed, is we just don't want to do a live feed, give our opinions on things and what's worked for us and then leave. We want to give you guys an exercise, okay? And one thing that really ties these 3 principles together is something called 100% responsibility, okay? And just to put it simply, an event that happens and your reaction to it will always be your outcome, okay? Be smart and think about the decisions you make in your life because you need to be 100% responsible for them. So, Bo, we have a really cool exercise about 100% responsibility. We're going to call it the 100% responsibility exercise. Take it away.
Well, for one of the big things about 100% responsibility, no matter how many times I say that, because of my accent, it just trips.
100% I'm with you, bro. It's a tongue twister, man.
Because of that, the only way to be truly 100% responsible, there we go, is to be honest with yourself. You got to be so honest with yourself. There's no point trying to have blind corners and blind sides in your own mind when you're by yourself. So this exercise is very simple. It relates to the big 3. Take a big goal or take something you're working towards. It could be a feeling, it could be an item, it could be a relationship, whatever that is. Write it on a piece of paper. Then under that, in 3 blocks, write down, believe in yourself, work hard, never quit. Now, see if there is an aspect, and you got to be 100% responsible and honest with this. Are you missing out one of those big 3 towards your goal? So maybe your goal, we're going to take Ryan, throw out just a random generic goal for us.
For us?
No, okay. Just for anyone listening.
Okay, for us, it would be to do a seminar in London, England. The 2 of us. Stage.
So say we're doing our London seminar. We're going to write London seminar, and then we've got our 3 below: believe in yourself, work hard, never quit. So we're going to see that box. Do we believe in ourselves to do this? Well, fuck yeah, we do. So we know we're on course there. Next one, are we working hard? And sometimes when you're not seeing the results, similar to like when you plant a seed underground, the root's making its way up. It could just be right about to sprout. You don't want to start digging it up. So maybe go, okay, I am working hard, I'm working smart. But sometimes you might not be honest with yourself and you go, you know what, I could be working harder. I could be making more cold calls. I could be putting more into advertising. I could be doing this. Boom, you found a weakness. Start to apply yourself then towards that to get more in line with, you can tick that box saying I work hard. And then quitting, never quitting. I know that for us, sometimes the time difference does have an effect. It's an 8-hour difference when we work together. And sometimes we're in a flow and I fall asleep and Ryan's going nonstop working. So that never quitting sometimes gets there because in the middle of a flow. Now, I know that through nutrition and through exercise that I can condition my body to stay up later and whatnot. But I know that when we look at the boxes, we are ticking those boxes. We're not quitting. Nothing's going to stop us. So for you, take your goal and make sure you're in alignment with all those. And then just for fun, take out one of them and look at it and say, okay, is this goal going to work if I don't work hard? Is this goal going to work if I don't believe in myself? Or is it not going to if I just quit? As Ryan said, they are not interchangeable. You have to adhere to the rule of 3. It's a law similar to gravity. So make sure that you do that. And in the comments below, we'd love to hear some of yours and be brutally honest on here. It doesn't matter. You can use a stage name. We just love to see people interacting with themselves and actually doing it that way. So that's the 100% responsibility exercise. It's only going to work if you're honest with yourself and you're honest. You're doing it on paper. No one's going to pull you up on it. So that's the exercise this week, guys. And I think for a first feed, this has been fantastic. We're seeing some interaction on the chat there. We got like our regulars like Tracy. She's with 4-Minute Master. She's with RVP Health, Body and Mind. So hi, Tracy. Thanks for tuning into this. But yeah, Ryan, do you got any last words for this one?
Yeah, you know what, guys? Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Holiday season. This time of year is my favorite time of year. Last night I watched Disney's A Christmas Carol, one of my favorites actually. I love it, with Jim Carrey. It's such a brilliant movie. Polar Express was another one. And you know, the underlying message in Polar Express is to believe. And it's a beautiful message. It's an amazing movie. For me, this holiday season is about my family and my friends. That's what it's all about. It's about giving. Receiving's nice too. Don't be one of those people, oh, you don't need to get gifts for me. You know what? You're stealing away the pleasure from someone else. Giving and receiving is a beautiful thing. But most of all, it's about loving each other, being kind, and just helping each other as much as possible. It's amazing this time of year when I go out, more people are holding the door open for you. You know, everyone's like, Merry Christmas and cheery. You know, February 27th. Are people going to be the same way in general? No. Imagine if the world was like that. So just keep that in mind, guys. Be kind to others. Help others. Do as much as you can. Christmas, the spirit of Christmas and how it makes people feel, I think we should be that every fucking day. Okay, and I know Bo and I are. That's for sure. That's one of the main reasons I work with Bo, is he's an amazing person, and we make a great team. So keep that in mind. That's the message I have for you guys today, and I wish you all the best over the holiday season. And thanks for tuning in. Bo, how about yourself?
Just Merry Christmas, guys. Have a wonderful holiday season. As Ryan said, it's time to be kind. Let's see if we can take that through to New Year and make it last 365 days. It could be a fun challenge. But Merry Christmas, happy holidays, have a wonderful time. Tune in next Friday for another one of these. All the social medias will be in the comments. We're MasterMind Motivational Worldwide. And thanks for tuning in. See you later, Ryan.
Take care, guys, and all the best.